Fire weather season is here for Central California. It typically runs from May to October. And Thursday specifically, we have a very elevated fire danger for the entire valley floor and also the adjacent lower foothills. Now, when we talk about things like fire weather watches and red flag warnings, well, what does that mean for us? A fire weather watch typically means that the critical fire weather conditions aren't currently happening right this second, but that they are expected and possible generally between any time frame of 24 to 72 hours. And a fire weather warning, also known as a red flag warning, will typically look a little bit more like this, a bit more pink in color. This means that fire weather conditions are imminent or currently happening, and they are usually issued 24 hours or less before the event. And the main components that go into a heightened fire danger forecast are the stronger wind gusts, like you see here. The map in the yellow there shows wind gusts expected to peak tomorrow around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Plus, you have very dry conditions in place. So this graphic shows relative humidity. The values are typically going to be below 10% during a short period tomorrow. Once you see single-digit humidity values, that's when you know that the air is extremely dry. Remember, it's not just warm air that creates heightened fire danger. It's the combination of warm temperatures, the dry conditions, and also windy conditions too. And we don't necessarily need fire weather watches or warnings in place for there to be brush fires or wildfires at all to start. It simply just means that the conditions in place during that set time frame are especially conducive to spreading anything that gets going. Just as an example, this was back on May 17th in Merced, where brush fires were already starting. We also saw how easy it was for this brush fire to start spreading along Highway 41 in Fresno. While there were not watches or warnings in place, unfortunately, it doesn't really take much to get fires to start spreading. But under a watch or a red flag warning, that's when you really know the conditions are there, and that is what makes it so much more difficult for firefighters to put out because of the stronger wind gusts that just makes them easy to travel. Best thing for you to do is to just stay weather aware, be mindful when it's this dry and this windy that we're tracking Thursday. Make sure that you are clearing any dry brush away from your home. We call it creating defensible space, and just to be cautious and avoid any outdoor burning when possible.